Because a psychopath is not dependable, it may induce in his quarry hyper-alertness. Hyper-alertness is a result of the production of stress hormones. And ultimately, when we people are built to handle short periods of stress, not chronic stress. So when we are in chronic stress in the environment of somebody who is destructive most of the time, not dependable, it may be exhausting for us. So what you often see in people who become victims of psychopaths, that is that their energy level has gone down very much. And when the energy level goes down, when the vitality has been undermined, then all kinds of diseases can come up. You can develop chronic diseases that are due to a lack of vitality, that might be cancer, for instance, depression, burnout, and they might also be severely traumatized.
The abuse affected my health big time. I was diagnosed with complex PTSD, ME. I had panic attacks and sleeping problems that I never had before, and I was extremely exhausted, and my self-esteem was at the lowest level ever.
Anxiety, depression, I got a burnout. I lost weight, I started under-eating, and then I started overeating. I was just overall incredibly unstable, mentally unstable. I felt physically sick also. I got sick a lot.
If your brain's in a healthy environment, there's expansion, there's growth, there's air. In an unhealthy, abusive environment, there's shrink. So your brain will get smaller, kind of. It's very simplistic told. And what does it mean? That you cannot think outside of the little circles. So your brain and your thoughts will be going around in circles. And it will all make you depressed, emotionally unstable, and it will continue as long as you're in this unhealthy environment. Everything in love will grow. It's also with your brain. Everything in fear will shrink. That's the same thing with the abuse.
My mental health was, I don't know. Physically, there was nothing wrong with me. I think so. But besides it, I slept a lot more than I used to. But mentally, I just... I used to be quite active in a lot of stuff, social things, meeting friends, making music. I was making music all the time. After this happened, I just didn't care about anything anymore. I just stopped making music. I wasn't interested in the world anymore. So my mentally... I wasn't doing that great.
The damage done to the prey can be very deep. So it can be not only post-traumatic stress disorder, but also what is called moral injury, where there is damage to the core of a person. And what we often see also in people who have dealt with a psychopath for a long time, that is, they lose the ability to trust anyone. And so they lose the ability to be in a relationship.
So your brain needs to have some more expansion. If something like this happened to you, narcissistic abuse, to get out of the circles you're thinking, you need to expand in every possible way. So there's a lot of health things you can do to bring your brain back in a better situation. Like everything which is healthy for you in normal life is healthy for your brain. Like oxygen, water, training, nice environments, nature, whatever there is.
Many people who have become traumatized by a psychopath feel that they need to do trauma work in order to heal themselves. But it is very important to take into account how much self-healing capacity is there, how much ego strength is there. Because if the self-healing capacity is too low, if one has been weakened too much and one does trauma work, for instance EMDR, then it is possible that one gets re-traumatized and that the problem becomes even more severe. So what I recommend to people is that they invest in their inner comfort by giving themselves many positive experiences that are nourishing for themselves and that strengthen their foundation. And then when they are strong enough and the need is still there to do trauma work, then it is much safer to do it.